word.
Grand Duke Will Ravengard. What a thrill. Imagine the statues they'll build, the songs that they'll sing. So, what's your first order of business, Sir Duke?
The Elder Brain is first on the list. Everything else will need to wait.
Yes. To kill the Absolute, to free the infected, to end the Illithid Grand Design. Could there be a more heroic journey? But what about the next battle? And the next? How mighty will the stalwart blade be without warlock powers to help him? Tell me you haven't forgotten. Once the Absolute is no more, so is my aid. Well, perhaps I might stop by once a 10-day, see how the pup's getting along. A bit of infernal altruism, if you will. Ah, the thrill of the unknown. I can't wait to see what's in store for Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke.
Let's talk.
Certainly.
Seems like Will's a Grand Duke to be. I hope he remembers us little people after he's ascended.
Nature cares little for nobility. It is pure artifice. But I can still hold some respect for Will's accomplishment. He shall be a fine duke, I am sure.
Duke Will Ravengard. A moniker Will shall justly earn.
A noble chant, is it not? Hail Will, Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate! What do you mean, Boo? Of course the people have voted for Will. I think.
Grand Duke Will Ravengard. Has a ring to it, doesn't it? I can't think of a better caretaker for the gate.
Grand Duke, is it? Oh. I'd follow Will into battle, sure enough. But politics... I think I am perhaps too faint of heart.
Well, Grand Duke Ravengard. A position like that comes with a lot of wealth and luxury. If you survive long enough to enjoy it.
Forthwith.
I was hoping I hadn't missed you. The Patriarchs are safe, but it took longer to calm them down than I was hoping. Tell me, how did your investigations into the Baalish Tribunal go? Oh. The things you must have seen to find that out. Tell me you put a stop to it. He had a granddaughter. What are you saying, Devella? Of course he did. If there's one thing you can rely on a Balspawn to do, it's to spread their lord's seed. Vigorously. Tell me everything. Fascinating. I wish I could put half as much into my final report, but, well, I think my superiors would rather I just stick to the facts. Nonetheless, thank you. You should think about joining the Fish, you know. We could do with more people like you.
I'm afraid I have a dozen crime reports to organise. Kindly wait outside.
I have the strangest memory of a fey-like creature. Perhaps I should rest before my next shift.
If Rayfair had trained the fish proper, they'd be out catching crooks, not turning a blind eye.
Of course.
These clanky great steel watchers. Bloody hate them.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
The implications of my theory are significant.
Given the chance,
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you? I assure you, we are as well-provisioned an institution as any other you'll find in this city. We simply prefer to keep our wealth away from areas of study. One must stay humble in order to achieve true academic rigor. A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them. A most intelligent impulse. But I'm afraid it simply isn't possible. New memberships are on hold for as long as those wretched absolutists are banging on the city gates. It does, however, give you plenty of time to prepare your admission thesis. A brisk 30,000 words should be more than sufficient. Was there anything else? Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. I don't suppose you've stumbled across any Githyanki eggs during your travels. The Society will compensate you for any we purchase, of course. Study it, of course. The Githyanki have been a source of great debate in the Society circles in recent months. You are no doubt aware that citizens of the Underdark are held in great suspicion by those who live above ground. Many believe us to be evil. The Githyanki face similar prejudice, but I believe if hatched in a less violent, more intellectually stimulating environment, the child can overcome its evil predispositions. In the literal sense, I will need to induce the egg to hatch via the application of certain currents to the creature inside. Once out of the shell, I plan to take a twofold approach. The enforced repetition of sound, moral principle from the Paterian Code, alongside a series of psionic pulses administered to the cerebral tissue. Assuming I can accelerate its growth, I should have conclusive findings within a year or two at the most. A series of moral imperatives bestowed by the great dragon deity, Bahamut. In my years of study, they're the closest I've found to moral perfection. Only under such rigorous goodness will the subject stand a chance of being cured. My findings could change the perception of Githyanki and the peoples of the Underdark for generations to come. If the child remains evil after the experiment is concluded, it will be destroyed. Such is the fate of all you specimens. Now, I'm eager to get started. So will you sell me the egg? Then I will source another subject, and the experiment will be completed without your involvement. Progress may be delayed, but I assure you, it can never be stopped. I heard laughter this morning. At me, perhaps. Changed your mind, have you? The offer's still there.
We've got a job to do. These goods need to be delivered.
It's hard to explain, but I'm happy.
Been pretty young when he was killed. His cave bear. Rather sad, really.
Should dangerous research be suppressed for the common good?
Next, I just need to interview somebody who speaks classical Meenlock.
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace.
Once I publish my paper, proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
There's a distinctly Netherese taint to the air in this city. My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else. You have? I would love to hear your conclusions, but it would not feel right to do so without my research partner. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeluum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress. Omeluum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls, and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeluum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path. Naturally, the Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy. Research on the surface stops during... Can't get used to that.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it? Peaceful for the moment. For how long? The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Harborview Park, generously maintained by the Janeth family since 1482 DR.
We've got a job to do. These goods need to be delivered.
And I have a duty to the city and to Lord Bortash, so halt right there. These common folk need to learn to respect authority. Good thing I'm happy to teach them.
Pantella's in a mood. Don't get in that fist way when she's in a mood.
I swear, this fist is just trying to provoke me, but I'm not gonna fall for it.
Even before they got those big metal bruisers, the fists were obnoxious. But now...
We can't deliver our goods to the docks. Why?
New rule? It's a restricted area. Top secure.
Think I'll just sit back and rest my weary limbs while these angry youngsters sort matters out.
It's peaceful, isn't it? Peaceful for the moment.
Wouldn't mind shacking up in a place like this.
Yes, and quite an attractive target for Githyanki raiders. They'd plunder the village and fly off with the spoils.
What are you, pirates?
To my people.
Stand back! I can't have laymen disrupting the ephemeral intricacies of the spirit field.
Oh, gods, I can feel them all around me. Ghosts, like a horrible slimy breeze.
If you're looking for ghosts, you can be sure there's absolutely none of those here.
Are you looking for ghosts too? Not sure what to make of it all, to be honest.
You think that one from that
Pardon my singing. That lullaby's been stuck in my head since... Funny. I can't recall. Trust the elf father and grip my hand tight.
A little discourse. Wonderful little beast. Nimble as anything.
A man of means, judging by his attire. He looks like a merchant or a junior council member. But right now he's without care, entranced by a tree.
There was a squirrel in the tree. Marvelous creature. Inquisitive and nut-crazed. Halsin. Is he of the Feybergs, the candelabra makers? Perhaps it was Hagrin. Wonderful craftspeople, but truly terrible deal-makers. Oh, just tired, I suppose. It's been quite a long day. Or at least I think it has. You wouldn't happen to know where I live, would you? I am very pleased to meet your acquaintance. And you are?
This is more than a lapse, you sense. Something's been done to the man's memories. The man's mind is a stream of fragmented thoughts, each brushed away by another before it can take purchase.
Marvelous day. Not a care in the world. Moira would have loved this garden. Wait, who's she? Moira? Yes. No. I don't know. I think I remember a face, smiling, young, then older, then ill, then... No, I don't think so. You must be mistaken, friend. I don't know anyone by that name. There must be, you would think. You know, I can swear there is someone, but their name escapes me. Hells, even their face escapes me. A figment of my imagination, perhaps. Oh, it will come back to me. Or not. I'm content enough here, in either case. Well, I remember I was sad. But in truth, I'm not quite sure what caused it. I'm not even sure I know what sad is anymore. And I came from that building over there. They were very nice to me. Seemed very helpful. Although, for the life of me, I can't recall what I was doing there in the first place.